Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be answering a very quick viewer subscriber question that an individual had asked, and he went and asked the question, does M1 Finance sell my stocks or exchange traded funds with the M1 Finance auto investment feature turned on? So we're going to quickly take a look at his question, and then we're going to be jumping into the M1 Finance platform to first take a look at what is the auto investment feature and does M1 Finance sell your stocks. So we're going to be covering that today. So if you are brand new to the channel, have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button below. I cover the stock market, dividends, real estate, personal finance. If you enjoy this video, find it helpful, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, or want to leave something you feel would be beneficial to have asked or answered here on the channel, drop it into the comment section. I do read and reply to all your comments, and let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my screen around here, and we will go ahead and read the question out loud. So this was asked recently by a viewer subscriber. Hey, I have a question. The automatic investment is on. At what point of gains does M1 Finance sell my pie? And will they sell my pie? Account goes down to certain points. So this individual is essentially just asking, with the auto investment feature turned on, at what point does M1 Finance decide to sell my my stocks, my exchange traded funds, or my pies? And if my pie or my stocks or exchange traded funds go down to a certain point, does M1 Finance actually initiate a sell? And that is what we're going to be quickly covering here. Now, jumping over into the M1 Finance platform here, we're currently on the dashboard, July only. If you're signing up for M1 Finance, I've never tried it out, there will be an affiliate link down in the description and comment section below. If you sign up, you will get 20 bucks. I will get 20 bucks. It'll help here on the channel. So if you are brand new and want to check it out, check out that referral here for July. Now, jumping over into the funding tab, that is where you're going to see the auto investment feature turn either on or off, or if you want to increase the limit here. Now, M1 Finance auto investment feature, it only invests equity into the markets. The auto investment feature does not do tax harvesting. So that is what other platforms such as Betterment or Wealthfront, those are more sort of robo-advisors, but they also do tax harvesting where they will sell like positions. If you were to hold Coca-Cola and Pepsi and it was automated investing and your Pepsi position was down and Coca-Cola was also down by a certain percentage, that specific platform, that broker would sell Pepsi at a negative, do tax harvesting. You'd be able to write off that loss on your taxes for that taxable year, and it would move those funds over buying a similar company within the same industry, a very like-for-like company. So you sold Pepsi at a loss, were able to capture those losses on your tax statement. It would move the equity into Coca-Cola, which is a very similar company. As that industry, as that specific sector moves back up positive, you would have taken the tax harvest, the tax loss, and been able to write those taxes, that tax loss on your taxes off for the year. And then as you recover with Coca-Cola for the long term, you'll just kind of proceed with that specific company in the long term. And that is what would be considered tax harvesting by a robo-advisor. M1 Finance, while it does have robo-advisor similar features, M1 Finance does not sell your exchange traded funds, your individual stocks, or your pies without you specifically going into the account and specifically selling it. Now, the auto investment feature here, what it does is if you have a cash balance of $10 or more, if you were to go in here and select your cash balance and bump this up to $20 and then save it, M1 Finance would not invest your cash back into equities within your portfolio unless you hit that threshold. Once you have hit the threshold, the minimum threshold that M1 Finance has of $10, it would then automatically invest into your portfolio. Now, it would automatically invest based on your companies here that you have set up. If you have different companies in here, say for example, I go in here and I'm going to go ahead and add SPY. It's another very similar company. I'm only going to add this in here as an example. It's not going to change anything here. I'm going to go ahead and save this and confirm. It's not going to sell anything currently. I'm just adding that in here for an example. Now I have two funds in here. You can see here that my actual target percent here is at 99% of this current, that's my target. I currently am targeting 99% of my equity towards the Vanguard S&P 500, ticker symbol VOO. Now 1% of my target is towards SPY. But the actuality currently of all the equity that I have in my portfolio, I have 100%. That is 1% over my target of 99, and SPY is sitting at 0% of 1%. So if I hit $10 or more on the M1 Finance platform, it would not sell out of VOO in order to fund equity into SPY. It would need to hit $10 threshold from either brand new equity. You would have to rebalance your portfolio. You would have to sell out of ticker symbol VOO. You would have to add brand new equity or receive dividends that exceed $10 in order to move those funds over into the SPY. And you wouldn't have to target SPY specifically if you have the auto investment feature turned on. The M1 Finance platform would take a look at your target percentages. It would say, okay, VOO is currently 1% over target, but SPY is currently sitting at 0 out of 1. We'll move 1% of the new equity into SPY until it hits that 1% target rate, and then at that point it'll then begin to balance out your equity going into the markets, keeping the target percentages as sync as it can going forward. Now if you have multiple companies in here and you're adding equity into the market and you have it set for auto investment, it'll automatically target highs and lows in your portfolio for you based off what your target percentages are. Now, sometimes if you have your target percentages set off kind of weird in your portfolio and you add brand new equity into the market and it's showing the Apple, it's set at 10% of your portfolio, but it's up 40% and the target percentage is say 50%. Well, it's saying that you have currently 10% equity of 50%. Even though you're 40% positive in that position, it would automatically invest to fit that 40% void between equity, current equity and target equity. Even though you're sitting basically at all-time highs, you're sitting at highs within your portfolio. So that is the auto investment feature. The auto investment feature does not at any point sell positions within your portfolio, either when you're positive or negative. Now, if you are doing borrowing, if you're borrowing and using margin, you may have a margin call. I don't have a margin currently set up, so I can't showcase that here on the platform. But if you were to be borrowing in order to go margin, it would show a bar across the top of how much you have borrowed from M1 Finance. It would show where you're going to have a margin call at, and you can either deposit equity into the account in order to increase and kind of fulfill that margin call, or they will sell positions at that time because you're so low in the negative that they are doing a margin call on you. Then they may sell positions in your portfolio in order to recoup some of their equity that they have loaned to you, and that you're currently, your portfolio total, you've had bad investments and they're kind of just selling it. You don't want to do margin. In my opinion, it would not be advisable to go into margin trading. It's very risky. But again, I am not a financial advisor. I am just here over on YouTube creating content for fun and entertainment. So that is pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. I'm going to go ahead and knock this out of my pie, bump this back up to 100%. It'll just be as if nothing ever happened here on the platform. No selling, no activity, no changes there. So that is it for today's video. So we answered the question. Whoops, that is not the question. We answered the question here. With auto investment turned on, at what point does M1 Finance sell my pie? It does not sell pies. It does not sell securities, stocks, exchange traded funds. If you're at all-time highs, it doesn't do it. If your pie goes into the account, if it goes into the negative, if you are doing margin trading and you get a margin call and you don't add brand new equity, M1 Finance may sell your stocks if they need to in order to recoup their equity that they have loaned you. That gets into a very risky. But otherwise, if you're just adding equity, brand new equity into the market, M1 Finance will not sell your positions. It'll just add based on your target percentages and your current equity percentages. I've made a couple of videos kind of covering how M1 Finance does your deposit. So if you haven't checked that out, I will have a link here in the description in the comment section below. I will try and link a video to how M1 Finance targets your stocks for buys and sells. So that is it for today's video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate all the thumbs up, all the feedback that I have received here from the viewers, subscribers, the community here that we are building. If you have not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers, trying to build up this community. If you guys haven't checked me out over on Facebook, I have several different groups that I'm trying to create. I have an FI dividend growth investing group, and I have a financial investor real estate investing group. So if you're interested in jumping into learning about dividend growth investments, just chat about dividend stocks, jump over into my financial groups and check them out, join the groups, share some information, learn some information. I think it's all fun to continue to build up this community here that we are building here on YouTube. And that is it for today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have enjoyed the video, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and see you guys next time. Bye.